Yo, welcome back to Loud&Slow Motorsports, where I've been working on my custom-made Jeep. In this video, it's going to be part 2 on pulling the motor. Last video, we removed the crappy exhaust that was on it, which is right here. It has the most crappiest of welds known to man, but I mean, what do you expect? I did them all with a stick welder, and if you're questioning on what the rattling noise is, I don't know, but all I know is it is absolute junk of an exhaust. I'm trying to set this down, but so that's why we're taking it out. The motor that's in my mini Jeep right now is a custom, or not custom, but a ATC 200 motor, and it's not the greatest. It really isn't. It's very underpowered and just is not the greatest. It really needs tuned up, but I'm just going to end up swapping it out for a 300EX motor. Call it a day. That would be probably better. So then I actually have something with reverse too, because 300EXs have reverse, or most do. But so yeah, because right now we have no reverse. So, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead, start working on the motor. We'll show you what the Jeep is all about. So. Alright, so right here's a Jeep body for it. I have a light bar that's from Amazon, and then my headlights, I'm keeping them secret on where I got them, because it took me forever to find out where they are at. But let's just say they're 80 bucks and they do wonders. So anyways, let's go outside. Alright, so this is what we're working with right now. I'm like, I don't know what this is all about, but I know there's a missing exhaust gasket, or maybe that's, I don't know what that is, but anyways, we'll just put that back in there. Yep, it will slide right back in there. Anyways, let's just say that's blacker than black. It looks like if this thing was a diesel at one point, even though it isn't. But I think I got all the wires disconnected. I'm gonna have to unbolt this. Otherwise, yeah, I think we're gonna do, it ain't gonna be that long a video, so, but I think we only have two bolts there, and then one on the back side, which, yeah, I thought I left a socket in there, but I didn't. And if you're wondering on what my wiring job is, I really do not know. But like, this is the control panel for all the lights, and my battery sits here. I kind of thought about relocating it, but I don't know where. And yeah, and if you're wondering on what all this is, I really don't know. I just kind of needed it done, but it don't have no steering at the moment because I took off the front spindles, so I can redo this front end, because I'm 300EX swapping the front end, and I'm putting a widening kit on this thing. But I'm going to be cutting it here, and then cutting it here and here, and then this whole entire front end will drop out, and then right here I just have to unbolt it, and I'll probably cut this at an angle, or like a slope, so that way it looks cleaner. But yeah, so I'll get rid of the links, I guess. Hopefully it'll do a lot better, but I don't know. And right now it's only one A-arm, and if I 300EX swap the front end on it and put a widening kit on it, we'll get 2 A-arms and just a lot better shock setup too, because these are absolute junk shocks. They're eBay specials, so they're not the greatest. But the only welding I've really done on here is this, and the front winch, and this right here. That's the only thing I've really custom made, I think. Otherwise, I bought most of it. I originally got this all off of Facebook Marketplace, and I traded a cheap PC setup. More of a story is in my first video. That ain't the greatest, but I guess I left one of my wrenches out here. Alrighty then. So, anyways, we're gonna set up the camera and start working on this thing. And I was asked on what do I film on, and I film on a Galaxy S24. Which hopefully the film quality isn't that bad, but yeah. Alright, we seem to grab every socket known to man. Hopefully it works. If not, it's gonna be pretty bad. So yeah. Alright, so I had filmed most of it. I ended up removing out this bolt, and then the bottom bolt down here, I only had this top one to go. But I went back and looked at the footage, and it is absolute dog crap. So therefore, I'm just going to take out that last bolt, and then I'll just show me pulling out the motor. So, and then that should be the end of the video. So anyways, I'll go ahead and take out that last bolt, and come find out my camera quality, which I'm filming off of this tripod, is absolute dog crap from this angle. I mean, it ain't that bad. Alright, there goes Cummins, but anyways, yeah, it's, I don't know. But alright, let's go ahead, pull out this last bolt, and then I'll set up the camera and pull this thing out. And then, yep. Alright, now that we got everything disconnected that I needed disconnected, I got that bolt out. Come find out I needed to take out my chain and my shifter arm, so I did that, and got some wiring cut and disassembled. Yes, I said cut because I cut some of it just to get out of the way. Anyways, and that's a decompression arm if you're wondering. But so now I can set my phone up on a tripod and pull this thing up, and I'll probably set it on one of them blocks, and then that, yeah. Alright, let's get this thing out. Oh my God. Alrighty, It's out. It is out. Hold on. Alright. It is out. Kind of had to strain a little bit. I know it looked horrible. But, yeah, it sucked a lot. Yeah. But it's out. Whew. God. That was horrible. My back kind of hurts. Deadlifting that thing is not my specialty. But, anyways, we'll get it put in the shed and on the workbench. And we'll call it a day. Part 3 of doing this will be the wires. We'll get to that. And then a part 4 should be removing the seat and gas tank. So we're basically taking this thing all down to its bare frame. So, yep. Stay tuned. Make sure you turn on your notifications so that way you never miss another Loud and Slow Motorsports video. Be much appreciated. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out and may end up paying for my hospital bill when I have to go, or my chiropractor bill after deadlifting that thing. I'm kind of kidding, but anyways, hope you all have a good day. See ya.